Hey guys, it's Dan with the Corporate Thief Beats. You're watching another how to promote your music on Twitter video, and I'm going to start this series with why you should use Twitter over Facebook or any kind of other social media. Now, the main reason why you should use Twitter to promote your music in the first place is because since it launched in 2006, Twitter has actually grown in a crazy amount. There's tons of people using Twitter at the moment. So that means that there's people on there looking for hip hop music or looking for beats, if that's what you are creating. Like if you're creating mixtapes, hip hop music, there's people there, there's a target market. So that's important to think of in the first place. Twitter is much easier to start than Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or any of those kind of sites, because I think Twitter is a more engaging site. Facebook is starting to kind of limit you in the way you can interact with people. Like there was a time there where I could contact or comment on people's pages as my Facebook page, the Corporate Thief Beats, but now Facebook has just kind of changed that. So now every time I comment on someone else's page, I only can use my own profile, which is Daniel Harnett, even though I'm logged in as the Corporate Thief Beats. For some reason, Facebook has gotten rid of this, which kind of limits the kind of engagement that you can do with it. Also, like, you kind of have to build a following with Facebook in the first place to actually engage with people. It's not really as open as Twitter is. Twitter is kind of like an open forum where anyone can interact. Like a couple of years ago, a lot of musicians used to go on forums and in specific niches. So if you like EDM music, if you liked hip hop music, if you like pop music, you'd specifically stay in those niches. But forums have kind of died out now, and I think social media has replaced them, and it kind of killed MySpace as well. Even though MySpace is a social media site, but forums aren't as active as they used to be. I think Reddit as well has kind of killed the whole kind of forum idea. A lot of forums that I used to be subscribed to are not as engaging as they used to be, and they've kind of lost that momentum that you could get traction from in the first place. Also, like, I've noticed that Facebook has become more pay to play. Like Facebook has kind of created this kind of vicious cycle where if you put up a post, even though you have 10,000 likes on your Facebook page, they might show it to the least amount of engagement followers that you have and test it out. And if they don't interact with that post, it won't get shared with anyone else that have liked your page. So this kind of frustration that Facebook has created leaves people to pay to boost their posts so that they get some kind of traction from Facebook. Also, I've noticed with Facebook as well is that it's become too personal as well. It's like you can't really reach out to people that you don't know. It's kind of, Facebook is a very personal thing for some people. And if you're kind of reaching out to people, they kind of just don't want you to be interacted with. And plus, if you're not actually friends with them on Facebook, you might get your message might get pop into that other message box on Facebook, so no one ever gets to see it. So Facebook is always trying to limit the amount of engagement you can get, so that you continually pay them for engagement. Like the way that I use Twitter now is that you can tweet a lot in a day. It's acceptable to tweet a lot in a day. Not the same message over and over again, but it's acceptable to tweet a lot more than Facebook. Like I typically, if even put 2 posts up a day, maybe I'd put 2 posts up a day, because for the followers that I have, which is like under 3,000 followers on Facebook, I don't think it'd be acceptable to kind of post 5 or 6 times a day on Facebook, and just because I don't think they want to see that amount of content in their timeline, even if it does get out there, even if I do use that boost button. Whereas like Twitter, you can tweet a lot more, and Twitter has like become another form of an email list. You build up the followers, and now you have some targeted following to promote yourself. I'm actually going to talk about targeting following in another video, so I kind of won't dwell on that a bit too much right now. People kind of use this kind of strategy on Twitter that won't work on Facebook, which is where you follow a bunch of targeted followers and then in the hope that they will follow you back. Always a certain percentage of them will follow you back on Twitter, whereas you can't do that with Facebook. If you go on Facebook, like a bunch of profiles, or if you go on YouTube and subscribe to a bunch of people, they're not going to come back and subscribe back to you or like your page back. It just doesn't work like that. A lot of the time where to build a following on YouTube or on Facebook, you kind of have to kind of promote your channel or promote your page to get that following. Not that you don't have to do it on Twitter, it's just if you're starting off as a musician and you don't have money to kind of invest, you just want to build one social network, I think Twitter is just the easiest place to start. It's like you find related personas that, let's say if you like J. Cole's music, you write down, you find kind of fans that are similar to his kind of music, or if you like Kid Cudi, you find fans that are similar to that, and you follow a bunch of them people. And you can use the Twitter search to help you. You can like type in hashtags and stuff like that to find people that are kind of that kind of persona, that kind of age group and stuff like that, that will like your music too and will follow you back as well. Like Twitter is also like a great way of conversation starters. It's probably not as personal as an email. You can still send emails and stuff like that, but just to kind of engage with the right people, let's say like hip hop bloggers or actually the people that actually write the blogs on those hip hop blogs, it might be a good way to kind of reach out to them and see if you can get in their timeline or engage with their posts and get them used to talking to you. So I use this kind of tactic, like I kind of like search for other kind of music marketing kind of guys online that share music or share music marketing tips, and I bring them on the podcast. And one of the quickest way I can engage with them is kind of reading their blog and tweeting their blogs and to my timeline, and then kind of engaging with them on Twitter, and then asking them via the DM message, do they want to join me on the podcast? And that's just kind of a way that I use it. And the way you guys could use it as well is like you guys can reach out to the people that actually write the blogs on those sites and kind of just share their content, tell them that their posts are good, and kind of giving them a bit of confidence, giving them or asking them do they need any help, and making sure that you're building those relationships and monitoring those relationships that you build in the first place. Whereas that I've noticed recently on Facebook is that they've kind of gotten rid of where you can interact with people as a Facebook page. Like I used to have my Corporate Thief Beats page on Facebook, and I could go into like hip hop blogs and kind of just write comments on stuff or like pages or share stuff with that other hip hop bloggers have shared to kind of get me in the niche or get me in the area where hip hop artists are going to be, and kind of see my name there, and kind of it was a nice way of kind of bringing them to my Facebook page, and hopefully that would like my Facebook page or like my content. But like now Facebook has kind of just gotten rid of that, where now if I go in and comment on something else, now it's commenting as Daniel Hartnett and not as my Facebook page, which again, Facebook is limiting that reach and that engagement that you can do with Facebook, which is kind of a bummer. There's a lot better tools online today now to help you build that following, to build a targeted following, to nurture that following, and to create automation systems to help you kind of not do mundane, boring tasks, but kind of just set stuff up just to help you a little bit, because you don't want to spend your whole day on Twitter, but you can set up little kind of automation stuff that will help you promote your music on Twitter as well. And I feel that the tools that are out there now, that they work much better with Twitter compared to the other social networks. And I kind of talk a lot about them in the Twitter music marketing course that I have. If you want to check that course out, there's probably going to be a link after the end of this video. There will be more videos, kind of teaser videos about the course after this, but definitely check out the video or the link in the description or the link after the video, and that will take you to the Twitter Music Marketing Machines course, where I show you how I create automation systems on how to promote your music on Twitter the right way. And I hope you guys enjoyed that course. Take care, guys.